Hello and welcome to Geostrata Part 1. I've been kind of just running about here. I'm in Monster 1.1.1 and I've got a few tools here. So yeah, let's think about what is going on with this mod then. Uh, I guess I can clear an area and use this thing for a while. There it is. What anchor? Oh, I forgot about that. That's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, that's the thing. What I was thinking of doing recently is there's a lot of like interesting kind of things that that you just like blocks that are kind of like very unknown, and that thing is very cool. All right, so we'll just clear an area here. Now the thing about Geostrata, I see here's some basalt from Geostrata. I've actually picked up a few different blocks here. Recall as well, you don't actually need to put in mod dot thing anymore. I'm not quite sure when that changed. So what we do is we actually the good thing is we've actually got a blast resistance thing, which is quite cool. So I guess, but so I mean, so these are just some of the things that I've been mining, just to give, and these are all they're all found at different levels and stuff like that. So if we just look at the usages, so the ore dictionary, it counts as stone basically, and because it counts as stone, it can obviously be made into everything else that stone can be. And the linkages with Tinker's Construct, with Computer Craft, and Zeno's Reliquary. I haven't actually done that yet. So yeah, it's really, especially in Monster, I think this is obvious. I want to do random things as well. Good thing about being a Monster, of course, is that you can do a lot of stuff. Yeah, lava stone. I like that block. So you can use a lot of different blocks here. Alright, so as you can see, the blocks we've got so far, let's just put down some of the blocks that we've actually got from the mod here. So we've got granite, of course that's in modern versions of vanilla after 1.7 or 1.8 or so. Pumice stone. Pumice stone is actually quite cool. I've actually, it's a very light stone. It's one of the few stones that I actually found here that I actually know, I've actually been hands on with it. It's a very light stone. It's a very nice stone, actually. It looks like it's going to be very heavy, but it's just not. And then schist. I believe schist is also. I think schist is in underground biomes as well. Because I don't think this mod is in the New World mod pack, but I've definitely seen schist before, so it must be in underground biomes. I've certainly found it underground. But certainly in one of the mods at least anyway, in the New World mod pack. We've got some quartz blocks as well. You can see, so this is that's kind of interesting that the quartz is actually stone. What is actual quartz then, I wonder? The quartz doesn't count as anything. Interesting. But can you make quartz pillars? I guess that's the thing. I don't think so. No, I don't think you can do that. Yeah, there's a Mine Factory Reloaded recipe and open blocks. Oh, I like that thing from open blocks. wonder what it actually looks like. Let's have a look. I put it on that's on hard mode, so anything can come along. But then again, I'm very well equipped at the moment, so it doesn't matter too much. You can put it on most blocks. But yeah, if we look at Geostrata anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff in it. I'm not really gonna. Basically, there's a lot of blocks, as you can see here. There's all these blocks, crystal blooms, and we can see they've all got effects, and they're different in the overworld and the Nether. And that's Nether. So there's a range and a level for them. And there's this thing, the Crystal Brewery. I think you put awkward potions in here. Well, could put some awkward potions in there. Let's grab some of those. I'm not so interested in that. So how would you do this? What I believe you do is, I think you do something like... Let's have a look at the recipe here. You need to get the shards. The shards, I think, are a drop. You see, this is what actually spawns here. And then you can make pendants out of it. And then that gives you the effect. But if you have, say, this... You see, I believe this has got... The reason why the bedrock pickaxe is silk touch is because it can actually pick it up. And you can see I've got resistance for 10 seconds here. If we look at the effect range is 3. So now I'm outside of the range. It should just finish off there. And it's only giving me resistance level 1 there. I wonder what happens if we just break this with a sword. Let's break it with a sword. Looks like shards to me. Yeah. So that's how we're going to get the lamps. And then we can make pendants. So that's kind of like how it all works. If we put the shards in here, you can see this is going to change the awkward potion for resistance potions. So that's what you do there. The Crystal Brewery. We get it right? There we go. The recipe for this. So there's the recipe. So we can use any of these. I think the Migmatite stuff is correct now. I think originally I actually I did it a very long time ago. I'll have to look at that another time anyway. But yeah, so if we look at here, we've got resistance for 3 minutes. Can we then put a further one in? No. Let's see what other things we've got here. I'm curious if it tells us. So how do we get say a more powerful potion? There you go. We're used to flying with a jetpack. It kind of doesn't make sense to have both wader and damage indicators on, but no well. So we make the lamps with the shards. We make the pendants with the crystals. And the enhanced ones... Yeah, we do need to get these things. They take a lot more resources here. Oh wow, there's all different coloured redstone blocks. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, realistically, it doesn't. You know, all this stuff doesn't do a huge amount of stuff. And there are seeds though. Let's see if we can bone meal it. It might be, and also I think there's all different rules as well, depending on the sky level. Why is that not showing me bone meal? Get all the tools now, won't I? Where's this going? Damn it! Well, that's really not a huge surprise I'm coming up with crisscross enemies. Luckily on Monster nothing's really... things are not made particularly difficult. Here we go. Oh yeah, there's also a thing which is like extra bees, called Geostrata here. I don't know how I'm going to get back into the bees. Oh yeah, one other thing about this is that this stuff actually affects the mobs. Oh, none of these lamps are enabled for some reason. What lamps are these? These are the ones. I'm sure they are enabled. Maybe I should change it. I guess we'll just grab one of these. And here we go. So yeah, so like I was saying, you can make the potions with the Crystal Brewery there. And if you don't use a pickaxe, another thing to mention is all these different blocks, they've got different kind of hardness, so it's going to, similar to the metallurgy structure of different blocks requiring increasingly better pickaxes. I think the way it works is generally the lower the spawning of the block, the sort of the higher it's going to be, I guess, in terms of the difficulty is to mine. So with that in mind, the other thing to mention as well, so I'm just going to mention everything and then I'm going to have a little bit of fun with spawning, I think, because I do like to do that. So all these different blocks, of course, so for instance, these are different versions we've got here. Just try to so we use schist and schist bricks. So there's different sort of formations to make these kind of fancier sort of bricks. The Guardian Stone is a block which I believe is it's kind of like a MFS star block, and you make that with a crystal star, which is with a crystal core, crystal group, and these are made from different coloured shards. Interesting. So that is this is like, yeah, it protects a radius, like warding an area or using the MFS system to control the area. These things I don't believe do anything. yeah, so the crystals themselves are going to affect mobs as well as the player. And if you hit an enemy, yeah, so and then you make the so there's no effects, and that's the standard thing for it. So there's nothing for the crystal lamp, the orange crystal lamp, but the potion crystal is in a sense it's just an enhanced crystal lamp. That's what it does. So you can, yeah, there we go. So that, I mean, that recipe, there's obviously two different ways to do it. You don't need to first make the original crystal lamp, which requires 4. So yeah, so that, I mean, yeah, so you would need 4 orange crystal shards to make that, which of course you get from not using silk touch pickaxe on that. And here we can see there's no tooltip here, but so let me just so the light blue potion crystal might be an interesting one to use, I think. So we're going to take one of those out, and then we're going to have the speed 3 effect. So these are, because these things are much more expensive, so you can see the recipe for this is much more expensive. Now another thing actually to point out, maybe it isn't actually here. So yeah, so we've got a red potion crystal. So we know that the red potion, for instance, is going to have effect, and it's going to be direct damage in the nether, and those are the statistics it's going to be. So the enhanced one, let's try putting this on. Where do you put this on? Oh, it gave me resistance 4 for that. Interesting. So that you can actually get all the way up to level 4 there. If we use the enhanced red one. Let's try the regular red one now. That's got resistance 2. Interesting. So the cave crystal will only provide resistance 1. If we make it into a crystal pendant, it will and obviously there's different things. So you have to be near it for the crystal, and you have to be at least have this on the in your inventory or hotbar. Okay, so there's that. These seeds, from what I understand, don't seem to do too much. I suppose they, yeah. I believe also there's. Let me just check that I'm not missing anything. Because I was under the impression there were sort of stairs as well, but I don't seem to be able to see them. Let me just check this here. We'll just get here. Didn't seem to do much. I thought they were like glowstone stairs or something like that. You can take the potions as well. You know what I want to do? I just want to fight some mobs now. So yeah, like I mentioned, there's all these different. Let's just check. Let's just confirm quickly. So we've got basalt. All right. So granite, basalt, marble, limestone, shell, sandstone. I believe shell you can't find in deserts. So I think it's biome specific with regards to the spawning of these items. Sandstone, pumice stone, slate, gneiss. I don't know how to pronounce. Gneiss. Nice. I'm going to go for nice, I think. Peridotite, quartz, granulite, hornfels, migmatite, and schist. And there's not a huge amount you can do with them, but like many other mods, they do work as normal stone as well. What we're going to do now is we're going to start. We're going to start this. We've got resistance 2 and speed 3. What we're going to do is we're not going to use this sword. We're going to use the bedrock sword. if we can find it. Let's just type in bedrock here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start spawning some very nasty enemies. This unfortunately is not that good. So we're going to spawn some enemies. And we've got plenty of enemies to choose from. Because like I mentioned, we are in a very nice position here. With a lot of mods in... Let's start with something very simple though, just to actually look at the effects. Because obviously, so speed 3 and resistance. Now obviously, because I'm near this potion crystal, well, let's have a look. So this skeleton should immediately get the speed effect. And you can see he's actually got the speed effect there. Does he? See what happens when I hit him with the sword. There you go. You can see the red on him. He hasn't actually got the crystal effect, so I thought he was going to get that. Trying to see if he's actually got this effect. Interesting. Okay, let's try now. Trying to think what. Try an iron golem. I don't often fight these guys. I don't need to. That's why I suppose. And they're never around anyway. Oh, he's actually attacking me. But he hasn't got the speed effect. He's quite powerful actually. Let's take him down. Oh, this is going to be close. I need some food. Alright. So yeah, I mean, so it's interesting, isn't it, I guess, that you do need some more advanced gear. Let's just look. I don't know, I mean, I'm thinking of like fighting a lot of enemies, but I kind of do actually just want to look at what's actually in the mod as well. So we'll just do that. Alright. But like I mentioned, the Crystal Brewery and the Crystal Brewery and the Guardian Stone, they're the only real blocks which are you see the usage here. This is very much a case of getting a lot of different stuff here. The seeds, I'm not sure if I really did check out the seeds properly. So let me just try. Can we place them in stone? No. It's worth a try, I guess. So we put the seeds down here. Yeah, I just don't believe these crystal brooms do anything. I don't think they turn into crystals. That was kind of what I was thinking about. I mean, it might be because it's not daytime. It's got full view of the sky. I don't think they do anything. I'm not quite sure what the point of them is. And yeah, so all these, but all the shards drop from the crystals. You can make, and like I've mentioned this before, really. There's not really too much more I suppose I can talk about, is there? I guess one thing I could do is just look at some of these very expensive recipes. So we need ender pearls, diamonds. Oh, in fact, they're all the same for the enhanced pendant. It's always going to be ender pearls you require. And in fact, for the regular pendants, it's exactly the same recipe, but you just use the cave crystal instead. Now, interestingly, I've actually got a list of. There's another thing I can think about. I've got a list here of all the different effects. Regeneration is 11. So I wonder if these are actually organised in a. They don't look like it, do they? So the first one here, for instance, is So yeah, I know what I'm going to do actually. So the first one here is the black crystal pendant, and this effects confuses mobs. That's interesting. That's certainly not a standard effect. Resistance. Resistance is 11. I don't think these are actually organised in any kind of way. No. I mean, weakness is... Is weakness not even on the list? I wonder where... Yeah, because things like water breathing are on the list. That's 13. Purple gives XP. So you see there's actually different effects, which are not what you might think. So you actually get XP off the purple potion crystal. That's pretty interesting. Night vision. You get saturation from the brown potion crystal. So similar in a way to some of the arcane scrolls effects, some of this stuff. Poison is... that's not on the list either. I'm looking at the list of just regular when you do you give yourself a potion effect in the command line. Resistance is 11. Yeah, I don't think these are in any way are these are related to what's going on in the command line here. Yeah, strength is 5. Jump boost is 8. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any haste, speed, regeneration. And one final thing actually is in the Twilight Forest. There's this is a clear effect one. In the Twilight Forest, there's multiple. I like this this integration with the potion, so that's very cool. In Twilight Forest, there are many more crystals, so the Twilight Forest is the place to go for these crystals. And like I mentioned, these the potion crystals. Basically, you have to make them from the lamp, but the lamp itself does nothing. So, and that's why the lamp has actually got a very simple recipe, because it doesn't actually do anything. But you have to turn a lamp into an enhanced lamp, or as it's called, the potion crystal, to make it actually do anything. You can make the guardian stone to protect an area. The Crystal Brewery is how to make potions, and there's various. And you see, not only are there and some of these other blocks as well. We've got glowstone bricks, redstone bricks. So there's multiple extra bricks as well that are added. But like I say, I'm probably not going to make this one just a battle one, just because it looks like the frame rate's getting a bit low anyway. But I think I've kind of said a lot of stuff really about it. I've explained all the blocks. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So, till next time, thanks for watching.